welcome to 10 Minute Tuesday. If you're new here, my name is CrysDawna and I am a furniture artist. On Tuesdays, we go over just different things. When people ask me questions, I like to answer them. And so not only do I put out a video every week of furniture, but we also on 10 Minute Tuesdays go over some questions that people have about the business or furniture or what have you. So today I'm going to answer a couple questions that I have gotten about where I get my inspiration from. So this is kind of funny. I am the kind of person that when I look around, I see inspiration everywhere. And so some of these answers may be a little bit crazy. You might be like, what? So let me start my 10 minutes because that's what we do here. Hold on. Timer. 10 minutes. Started. 10 Minute Tuesday. Okay, so I have gotten questions about how do I pick my colors? Where do I get my inspiration from? And one thing that I would suggest to you is to get yourself a color wheel. So I have done a video on the color wheel and I'll link it in the description below, and it'll explain to you how to look for complementary colors, colors that that work really well together. It'll show you how to read your color wheel, and color wheels are fairly inexpensive, and I just think that it's a really good tool to have, especially if you are going to be painting in anything other than white. If you're going to want to try to experiment with colors, that way you know which ones are, by the color wheel standards, go together. So a color wheel is really important for you to have. Again, I will link the video down below that explains how to use the color wheel in case you maybe are a little bit nervous about it. Don't be, it's okay. Also, for me, I find inspiration everywhere. And so I challenge you to keep your eyes open. And what I mean by that is, one day I was walking my daughter to school and I saw one of these kids' book bags and it inspired me. I was like, wow, that would look really cool on furniture. Also, so for this piece right here, I lived in Cheyenne, Wyoming, and I was taking stuff to the transfer station to get rid of stuff that's not recyclable. And there was a pole across the street outside of the transfer station, and it was this green pole that was rusty. I'm not kidding when I tell you that that green rusty pole inspired this piece. So, it sounds crazy, but when you look around, also I did another piece, this one that you guys probably have seen in the last few months, and I was online looking at, I don't know, scrolling through something, and you know how all those ads pop up that you're not really sure if it's a legit company or not? This dress popped up and I was like, that would be really, I would never wear this dress in real life. I'm not fancy like that, but it popped up and I said, ooh, that would look really cool on furniture. And so I took the picture of the dress and I put it on furniture in my own way. And so that is what inspired this piece. And so there are really great places. You've got Pinterest is a good place to just go for inspiration. Honestly, if you look up, a lot of times I look up like old doors. A lot of old doors, especially a lot of doors in Europe and South America, they're very vibrant. And so if you're into color, that's really awesome. That's a really good inspiration. And so I challenge you also to think outside of the box. So when you're looking for inspiration, try not to just put yourself in a box and look at furniture. So when you're looking up furniture and you're looking up, oh, this purple piece of furniture, try to look at other stuff. Look at a room. Maybe type in like purple and black room or whatever. And that would maybe help inspire you, at least for shades and things like that. Look up clothes, look up dresses, look up kids' book bags, look at rusty poles, look outside at nature. That will also help you. So these are things that really will help inspire you. When you start looking at things a little bit differently, then you really see how it can transform your art and your work. I say that because I was sitting downstairs last night. Hold on. I'm in my bathroom, by the way, hiding from my kids because they closed everything down. So my daughter is virtual learning now. and my son can't go to preschool. So I was sitting downstairs last night and I was looking at this, and I'll show it to you in a second. And I was looking at it and I said, wow, that would look really cool as a paint job. And so my husband was sitting there and I said, what do you think about this? This is literally just a little Instatax Polaroid thing that my daughter had. Is a picture of nothing, because that's what she does. And the bottom is, do you see the bottom is like a purple, okay? And then the top is black. And I was like, wouldn't that look cool? I was like, babe, what about purple going into black? Or what about black going into purple? He's like, and it's funny because now he's almost trained to like have his eye like mine. And he's like, no, I kind of like the purple going into black. That's better. And so this little thing right here just sitting that got the corner of my eye that I wouldn't even have thought of if my daughter didn't just set this random little picture down. I was like, wow, that would look really cool. And so then I started thinking last night, I'm not kidding when I say I was thinking about this last night when I was laying in bed, and I'm like, how could I get that purple color? And that's another thing, is you can mix colors and it'll teach you, the color wheel will teach you how to mix colors as well. So if you check out that video, it'll tell you, if you have purple and you add a little bit of black, this is what you can expect. If you have purple and you add a little bit of white, this is what you can expect. And then the more you experiment, the more you realize. So like this right here, I already know that this would be a purple that needs to be added, add a little bit of black in that. And I have like pink all underneath my finger. I just redid my hair. So this is what my fingernails look like. Anyway, so, this would be something that this color, I would mix it a little bit into black, and then, I don't know. So I'm rambling, but this is literally how I get my inspiration. This is how I pick my color. Sometimes I don't look at the color wheel to pick my color. Sometimes I look at this and I go, yeah, my next piece is going to be a plum purple with some black or whatever. I mean, this may not be my next piece. This may be 10 pieces down the road, but I keep this in the back of my mind. So that is something to think about when you're looking at inspiration, is to look at everything. Don't just look up furniture. Open your mind to other things, because if you're looking at, let's say that you want to paint a blue piece of furniture. This is another thing to think about. Say you want to paint a blue piece of furniture and you need inspiration. So you go on Pinterest or you go on Google and you put in blue painted furniture, right? Well, what do you think the other 2,000 people are that, 2,000, that's not even a thing, 200. What do you think the other 200 people are doing that want to paint a blue piece of furniture? They're typing in blue piece of furniture. So then they're looking at the same piece as you are. And although everyone's brain's different and probably none of them will look like yours, you're all pulling from the same inspiration. And so why not try to pull from a different area? And that way your inspiration may be just a little bit different than somebody else's. So why not put, blue ombre dresses, or blue front doors, or, old doors, blue old doors, or European doors and blue, blue, you know what I mean? Just like think about those things, think about different things, and that will get you the inspiration that you need. So if you think outside the box, it will take your art outside the box, and it will train your brain to start thinking outside the box. And so then you'll do things like I did, where last night I looked at this little picture and was like, oh, that would be really cool. So you start training your brain to think differently about things that you see, and then inspiration is everywhere. So keep an open mind and understand that. That is, let's see, we got a minute and 41 seconds. So again, that's one thing that I do. Let's see, I look outside at nature. You can go to Google and just kind of type in stuff. You can use Pinterest. When I found the inspiration for that piece that I painted, like the dress earlier, I was just scrolling through Facebook. So when you're scrolling through Facebook, or not, I try not to very often, but keep your eyes open for those ads, because sometimes like there's cool like sweaters that have plaid on them that I'm like, oh, that'd be a cool buffalo check painted, whatever. Or look at the outfits people are wearing. Or, here's another one. So when I was looking up inspiration, I looked at colorful hair. I wanted to do a rainbow colored piece, and that's where I got the inspiration for this piece. I went on Pinterest and I looked up rainbow colored hair or dyed rainbow hair or something like that. And that is where I got the inspiration. I'm gonna try to find the picture. I think this is the picture of the hair that I used to inspire this piece. So I know it sounds really random and you're like, this girl is insane. She uses hair and Polaroid pictures and rusty poles and dresses, but truthfully, once you start training yourself to look at things like that and be able to transform anything or transfer anything over onto a piece of furniture, you are it's gonna open up a whole world for you. So that is our 10 minutes. It's up. There it is, 10 minutes. So I hope that answered your question as far as where I find inspiration. I hope it helped you a little bit to think outside the box. Again, check out the color wheel video. That is super helpful. And that's it, guys. I hope you have an amazing week. A super awesome week. Let me know in the comments below where you guys get your inspiration from and what's the craziest thing that's inspired you. Was it a rusty pole? Was it a Polaroid picture? Let me know. I am super curious. If you are not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Come hang out with me every Tuesday, and also come check out my other videos every week. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much and have an awesome, awesome week. Bye. Happy creating.